when I was little, it didn't pay much. I didn't pay much attention to it. But as I was growing up, the defining moment came when we moved from India to London, and then I got married and moved to US.
Wow.
In spite of my having a master's degree in accounting and had a work experience in London, but when I came to US, I found finding a job was very difficult during those days. We moved here in 81. US was going through recession, and being in a very small southern town, I found people to be very prejudiced. So we really didn't know what to do,
Mm.
and being in my 20s, I was kind of depressed. So only because of education, it gave me an insight that I should do something with my skills just to survive.
Wow.
So, thinking that, we went into retail business,
Mm.
and I survived the retail business because of my accounting background, because of all the education I had. So when you are educated, it doesn't matter what your field is, but you
Mm.
can always have an insight to divert your attention to do something that can make you grow. It helped it helped me have the confidence, the discipline, and the ability to adapt and rebuild in a new country.
Wow. That's a powerful story, Neeluji. So you were moved to Greenville in 1981, where I was not even born by the time. So I born like after that. So it's very powerful story and powerful insight. Like thank you for sharing such a golden nugget here.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing. So in other way, like what's the truly meaning of education in your life context beyond this the conventional like degrees or
Yes.
academics?
So, education is much more than the degrees and academics. It
Mm.
is about learning how to think, how to solve the problems, and how to stand on your 2 feet. You know, just that, even if you just go to a party and you meet with people, if you are educated, it will teach you to, kind of help yourself, help other people. If you see somebody in trouble, uh, education empowers you to contribute more positively to society anywhere you go. It doesn't matter if you're in India, US, UK, anywhere in the world. A degree can give you a knowledge,
Mm.
but education gives you confidence. It teaches you discipline, and it teaches you an ability. And when you face challenges, it makes you think beyond your imagination as to what you can do about it. And when when I moved here, I faced a lot of difficulties, but only because I had that background, I felt confident that tomorrow, if life throws any stones on me, I can overcome it. So education gives you that confidence, and to move forward anyway.
It's about facing like having the confidence to face the world, right? So that's so
Yes, yes,
it's
yes,
about like how we think and how we reflect ourselves every moment. Uh,
yes,
that's a like it, inner education.
yes.
Yeah.
And like, I would give you a small example. Like, if you go to parties, people will throw trash here, there. But if you are really educated, not in a degree sense, but in a sense, you will feel, okay, let me go ahead and pick up this trash, help somebody. So
Mm.
these are the basics that we learn in life. And I think that comes from the discipline that education teaches us.
No, that's powerful. That's really powerful way of putting it. So amazing. Thank you, Neelaji. So as we I know personally, it's been like 11 years, which I know. So you are serving communities, various communities for that matter, in a different capacity, in a volunteer leadership, in servant leadership. So we know you like as a servant leader, where we live here in Greenville, South Carolina. So I know you personally, like whatever you're speaking, that is in reality. Actually, it is not like you're speaking from the book, but what I've seen in my eyes that you are one of
Thank
the
you.
leader where we inspired too. So when you come to the next question, like where we see like many young people kind of today's context, like because we are addressing the rural Indian,
Yes.
rural students here. So they feel like sometimes confused or overwhelmed or pressured about the future, how the future is going to be, whether I'm going to achieve my goal or not. So it's all about like they'll be having a lot of questions in their mind. So as is like one of the educator, you yourself was a professor, as you said, science professor. So what guidance would you want to give to?
So, wherever we are, today's youth, forget about today's youth. Even when we were growing up, we were confused because when we were growing up, there were only three fields: science, arts, and commerce, right? So, as a kid, I always loved the medical profession. I thought, science always excited me. But when I went to the science lab for the first time, I saw some frogs there and I fainted and I came out. I said, "Oh, this is not what I wanted." So from science, I went to commerce. It gave me an opportunity to change. But so is the youth here every day. The times have gone when you just have to be a doctor or an engineer or a teacher or something. The fields are so vast that you can choose what you want to be. And I would tell the youth today, do what you like the best, and that's where you will grow. If you are put into a position that where you don't like your job and you're unhappy about it, you will not grow. So find what you like and then proceed on those grounds, because pressure is there over here in India. Everywhere it's the pressure from parents, you have to do this. It's pressure from your friends, the society, that you have to succeed. And in India it's more because it's the grading system. You have to have the 1500 out of 1500, unlike here it's okay. But I know pressure in India is too much, but you don't have to be pressurized. See what you like and then you move on into this. I think you will be happy, because I find if you are happy, you will be able to succeed in life, because mental health is important along with education. So it is very important for you to find happiness in what you are doing and then choose your field where you want to go.
Yeah, so basically having that positive mindset,
Yes.
the happy mindset is
You
very
have to have a positive mindset.
amazing. Yeah, yeah. So this is where like we are talking about this conversation when we're talking to leaders. So they always share not from their theory, but they always share from their experience, their life.
Yeah.
That's where the real learning happens here at the G-Yuva.
See,
Niluji, yeah, go
yeah,
ahead, Niluji.
yeah. I was going to say education. It took me from a small classroom in India and brought me to US, where from scratch I grew up. I found what I liked. I mean, I nobody in my family had ever done a business, and I went into a retail business, and I found my happiness there. Interacting with people, which had nothing to do with my educational background, but it's something that helped me grow up. So, a lot of times life will give you opportunities. So, if you're educated, you will find like what is important, and then you can go from there.
Okay, thank you, Neelaji. So that's very inspiring. That's very insightful. So when we move on to the next question, so as we know, Neelaji, so we are in the AI world. Whether we like it or not, we are in the AI world. Things are changing. Like the software was working last week, may not be working this week. So it's completely fast-paced, fast-changing AI world. So in this context, again, I'm talking about our youth, or our young people. What kind of mindset or the skills which they need to focus on in order to, stay relevant and lead their life. So over to you. So what mindset or what skills they need to possess?
When I was growing up, there were no computers, no calculators allowed in school. So I come from a very different world. So when I came here, I had to learn like everybody's learning everything. But in fact, I find AI to be very fascinating. If you use it in the right direction. In olden days, we referred to encyclopedias, right? And I find
The
AI
big
is
book,
kind
the
of a
big book.
big books, right? We are the whole room used to be full of it, right?
Yes,
But I find AI is knowledge on your fingertips if you use it properly. I mean, in my daily life, I use it every day. If I go to a doctor's office, they have my blood work done. I have to wait 2 days to find out what it is. I
yes,
copy paste, put it on AI, and I find my results. So if you use it in a right way, I think today's youth is very lucky to have AI, because you have all the knowledge on your fingertips and you can grow more with it.
true.
And yes, on the other hand, there are some bad things. There's scams going on. You don't know if your person is speaking to the right person or not. But I think I think AI will go a long way. Like the computers. I think that would be just the next thing. So
Yes.
I
So
think,
yeah, AI is there anyway. Whether we take it or not, we don't like it. But
yeah,
it's about how to embrace it. Whether
embrace
embrace
it. Yes,
yeah,
yes,
positive way or negative way. So we can always make use of technology,
yes,
even
yes.
to think it better. Thank you, Neeluji. So
Yeah.
we are in the final phase where of this conversation. So for today's young people, because G-Yuva is always focused on Yuva. Yuva is like our the budding group where community where they always like look for some kind of mentorship, some kind of guidance. So my question to you, Niluji, as a final question of this conversation. So if you had one message for them to live by, what could it be?
I think the important thing is, we always think everything should be perfect,
Mhm.
but your journey does not have to be perfect. It has to be just yours. Try to learn, make mistakes, and grow. And when you study and you believe in yourself, you never have to depend on anyone to build your future. Have faith, have confidence in yourself, and that is what will take you to the next level. Because if you have if and all, you will get confused, but have faith in yourself, and that's what will make you grow in today's world. Um,
That's amazing, actually. So it's about having that confidence, having that clarity.
yeah.
Uh, that's very important.
Because life will not always go as planned. Like I never planned to go into business. I thought, oh, I would go into banking industry, do anything. But
Mm.
life will, most of the times, it never go as you plan. Yes, for some it works, for some it doesn't work. But you don't have to be sad about failure or something. Believe in yourself, and if you keep moving forward, you will always find your way. And the most important habit is learn something new every day, whether any skill or you want to read a book about something else, about arts, science, anything. Just find a new skill. I know if you're a doctor, still read some other books. If you're an engineer, read something else. So reading will always help you, and it will guide you, so that it will
So
prepare
the
you to
learning
be.
never stops here.
Yeah, yeah.
Learning never stops. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Neeluji, for
Thank you
sharing
so
like
much.
such a powerful
Thank
insight.
you. Thank you
From,
so much.
yeah, from your real life experience. Okay, it's all happening here at the turning point where we present stories that change lives. Neeluji changed so many lives, and
Thank you so much for putting me on such a high platform. I'm just
thank
an
you.
ordinary human being. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So, yeah, so your message reminds us that education is not about knowledge. It's about awakening our inner strength, the clarity, purpose, having confidence in a modern day. Like let's learn. Like let's learn from this. Let's learn to think. Let's learn to reflect, and let's learn to lead to define our future. As G-Yuva is always inspired by Swami Vivekananda Ji, so we always take this quote: "Arise, awake, stop not till the goal is reached." So once you define the goal, um, arise and awake and go for it. Thank you very much, Neelu for
Thank
joining
you,
for
thank
this
you, thank
conversation.
you,
And
thank
you are
you.
our first speaker, and we're always blessed to have your as our mentor. And thank you for your time and thank you for your
Thank
guidance.
you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Shiva. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.